Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Watch Along. Today, we're going to be getting into episode 5, Tel'aran'rhiod, aka the Dream World. So far, the season has been the strongest yet by far, and now that we are past the halfway point, I'm both sad to have that be true, but also excited to see if the remainder of the season can pull this off, and I'm believing. I'm really pumped. That being said, before we get into the watch along, I have one quick piece of cute news. Very funny. Apparently, the actor who plays Gawain, Luke, did some research once he got offered the role of the character and had to resign himself to being hated by the fandom. And I want to just say, true, Gawain, among book readers, the brother of Galad and Elaine, is probably the most hated character, even more so than the Forsaken in the entire series. But we love to hate him. And Luke, so far, you're doing a great job of realizing that. And that takes talent, that takes dedication, and it takes a sense of humbleness. So I appreciate that for being the most hateable little preppy twerp in the entire Wheel of Time. Because, yeah, Galad becomes like likable in some ways, and Gawain the whole time, you're like, what are you doing? All right, well, let's go ahead and watch along with episode 5 and see just how far into the dream world we're going to get. Is that Moraine? No, it's Niall. No, it's Moraine. Oh, it's with, okay. Oh, she's using it. That was beautiful. Oh, do you see that slight glowing in her skin? Okay, I'm gonna let the scene finish before I give my. Oh, and then her face, the veins. Screenshot. That might be thumbnail right there. Oh, this show is doing stuff right. Ah!
Oh my God! What is that, Moraine?
What did it feel like to you?
Euphoric.
Absolutely. If that is going to be on the power level of the Cold and Cal in the series, it needs to be something like you just saw, that I feel like Moraine there was only accessing the tiniest bit as a test, and it was by far the biggest display of the one power we've seen in the show yet. That is something that can change the world, let's put it like that. And the way she looks right now, that euphoric, is that kind of addictiveness to channeling that we were getting into in the last episode as well. Just a really great depiction, scene, digging it. And it's not from the books. I'm saying that about something that is original from the show. I do not remember Moraine doing anything like this in the books with any mega powerful artifact of the power. Although she does have her own little amplifier that she keeps with her.
Like hunger and thirst. But deeper.
And this is something that is from the books that I do like. Lan does become more and more frustrated with Moraine at times because she starts really keeping stuff from him in ways where she didn't used to. They have the justification here where she saw futures, and maybe she knows that if she tells him some stuff, then he'll try and do things, because Lan is the kind of person, he's a problem solver. He's going to try and go above and beyond. And to save him, maybe to save the world, maybe she can't tell him everything. And that's the weight of seeing the future. Also, I think we saw Moraine there become really close to burning herself out. Even with that massive tool, if you are not careful, things can go wrong, right? Yes, it can amplify your ability, but there's all kinds of nuance to using that level of power that still makes it dangerous. And that light in her skin, the veins in her face, the still look of euphoria on Moraine, they nailed that.
What did the other chiefs say? Will they declare for Rand as Kara?
That is a big dude in the background. He is a huge man. He is that farther back than Daniel Henney Lan and matching his height. Good God.
Some will react as a Shadow did when he returned from Meridian.
Does it surprise you that Savannah and Couladin rejected him? He's not one of us.
No thanks to you.
I cannot teach someone unwilling to learn.
Cannot? Cannot.
You will meet Randall Thor when he wakes each day, and not leave him until he goes to his blankets at night.
This will be the first step of your training in what it means to be wise.
Yep, straight from the books. Avienda is made to be around Rand, and it's where their relationship starts to deepen. He really starts to learn more about what it means to be Aiel from Avienda, because yes, what he saw in those visions did inform him on history, but truly coming to understand what it means to be Aiel takes a lot more than that. And that's what Avienda really, I think, in my opinion, and just being around the Maidens of the Spear a lot, begins to teach Rand.
That's Cold Rock's hold, seat of the Tard. We will stay here until the other chiefs have gathered at Altair Dal.
There's a bit of ADR there. Wait, come on. Do a fun thing where you've hidden a bunch of Aiel here. Come on. Okay, there's one here to the left. There's a few standing very visibly. Oh, come on. Maybe, wait, am I just not able to see them? There's one of two things happening here. Either the show has hidden a bunch of Aiel, and they did such a good job, I cannot see them, or they missed a cool opportunity. Also, once again, there should be thousands of Aiel, and I hope once we crest this ridge, we see a massive amount of people. I get, for budget reasons, you can't show tons of people all the time, but at this Cold Rock's hold, this needs to be a fortress of one of the, you know, the Tardat Aiel. This needs to be a big blah thing. Not how I envisioned it, and this gives me the impression there might be like 1,000 people here tops, but all right. The only reason I make a bit of a stink about it is the Aiel armies in the book are gargantuan, and they came across the Westlands, Randland, as fans call it, like a flood, and were an unstoppable wave of bodies that were all incredibly well trained to the point where all these nations had to ally to try and stop them. And I'm just not getting the impression that there are that many Aiel, but, you know, budget, you don't want to CGI that many people, it won't look good. All right.
I ask leave to enter your hold group, mistress.
You have my leave, clan chief.
You've met my wife, Bear. Now, meet my wife, Leon.
Great father! Are you the car card? Great mother says you are.
That's cute.
The time for watching him is through, Egwene said I. We're going to walk the dream. Will you join us?
Okay, this is one of my favorite things to joke about with the Wheel of Time with my friends. This is true. A lot of the times, if you need to do something in Tel'aran'rhiod, you're going to meet up with your people and you'll be like, you guys ready? We're going to f them up, right? We're going to do this. Nap time, let's go. And then you go do what you need to do in Tel'aran'rhiod. That will never not be funny to me. Watch what I'm going to do. Which, like, you know, part of the magic system, it's just, I always found that funny. And here's an interesting lore thing. If you become very good and practice in certain ways, like the Aiel can, you can do like a half sleep, half awake, sit up in your saddle kind of thing and do both. And that's kind of like when you have one of those dreams where it like bleeds into the waking world and you're kind of still in it. It's from that. And I think that's really interesting and cool. But for the beginners, especially Aes Sedai who haven't mastered it like the Aiel Wise ones.
Mr. McGee, don't make me
sleepy.
You wouldn't like me when I'm
sleepy.
God, whoever's doing the costuming design is killing it. Oh, I follow them on Instagram. If you want to follow them, here.
A heavy fragrance, your powdered roses. It enters the room before you do. I remember it from your...
I'm not gonna lie. If I was Elida, I'd be a little mad too. We've seen a lot of people take jabs at Elida that aren't necessarily called for. Swan basically was just like, you're stanky ass, I could smell it before you came in. That's a little harsh. But also, if she is wearing that much, kind of justified. That hand, though, coming around the door.
The most sacred chamber. In the most hallowed institution in the world. And you make it look like a fisherwoman's hut.
It wasn't easy getting a private audience. I assume You want to discuss more than my sense of style.
How many queens and kings have sat in these simple chairs, felt your rough carpets beneath their feet?
Not everyone wants to be sick with the smell of roses.
Your net is coming apart, Mother. Everyone sees it. I'm calling for a vote in the hall to cage the dragon reborn, as you should have done already.
Well, let's see where the votes lie. I presume you have a better handle on it now than the last time you went against me in the hall.
Ooh, burn! Where is Moraine Sedai?
She's been exiled.
I'm sure she still writes you. I remember when you were a novice, phoning over her like a lovesick puppy. People don't change, Mother. You have fooled many, but I know what you are. River trash. Same as the day you walked into this tower as a 9-year-old girl, barefoot and filthy.
Is there anything else?
No, Mother. Thank you for your time.
I low-key loved that. This characterization of Elaida, it's more venomous than the books, but it's working. Like, Elaida in the books, her characterization is more a bit unstable. Like, she's kind of wild in the books at times. This version of Elaida just feels like a viper, and that amazing voice helps. For sure, it's true to the character. Swan keeps this, the Hall of the Amerlin very simple. This is the most powerful person in the world, and that's their desk. But that's intentional. That's a good thing. That's something you want in your, really powerful leader. And the fact that she makes kings and queens sit in simple chairs is a deliberate choice from Swan. Elaida, it's just not how Elaida views the world. I like now, even more than I already did, that scene where we see Elaida place the crown on Queen Morghase's head, because it reflects here even stronger.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
Hot? Oh, it's just hot enough. Or maybe some wine will be more to your liking.
Varen.
Mother, the numbers are clear. The Black Aja work in hearts. 3 sisters in each heart, each with one separate contact in another heart. This keeps any one sister from being able to reveal them all. The Andrian was able to connect 4 hearts. That would be 12 sisters. 11 attacked us that day.
So there's one still here, at least. I need to know if it's Elaida.
The Andrian left, and Elaida arrived within days. That's one leader gone, the next put in place.
Mother, there is nothing I would like more than to discover the truth, but we cannot mistake suspicion for certainty.
If she breaks her 3 oaths, that is proof.
Yes, and if she's not Black Aja, that is a long game.
If Elaida found out that her sisters were being held in the 13th depository,
she might go and rescue them.
Or silence them. Good. Pay the bait. Do it subtly. Bring me the truth, so I can take Elaida's head.
I wasn't sure what they were trying to communicate with that one sister who... Was Varen helping them with a sickness? Varen's brown, not yellow. Huh. I wonder if that's going to come back in. Yeah, the scheming set up well enough. I'm going to hold off on what I'm going to say about this conflict until I see how it plays out in the show, because I also don't want to spoil anything.
We could just wear one of these Two Rivers sacks. Another idea? We could hop a boat and go to one of the cities on the coast. You love that shop in Abu Dhabi.
Ready to leave already? I thought you had your eye on that bigger boy.
I did. Have you tried the bread?
I take issue with that. In the books, the food in Emond's Field is great. The honey cakes, the tobacco is great. The wine is awesome. How dare you?
How dare you, sir?
Yeah, Two Rivers Tabak is a big thing. I'm surprised we haven't seen more people smoking it or anything. Oh, small thing. Aiel running alongside a horse? Yep.
What book reinforcements just entered the mountains? You want the coffins? We better go now.
Wetlanders do not share lovers.
Not usually.
That is a lot to ask of one person.
Perhaps too much. Poor Egwene.
You know, you don't have to talk to me.
At an Aiel meal, it is polite to talk to people to either side of you. Except for those of us who must instruct instead of sharing the meal.
You don't have to instruct me either.
With your right hand.
Do you like the squash, Randall Thor?
Yes.
I grew the squash, Randall Thor.
Really? It's perfect.
Not with a head. It's going to bite your throat the whole way down.
Delicious.
They're nailing the cultural stuff.
Moray, so die. Would you like one?
I'm finished, thanks. No, you stay, stay.
I'm ready. Then hear me, Egwene. You must listen, remember, and do as you are told. Above all, you must not enter Tel'aran'rhiod again. Until Melaine or I says you may. Can you accept this?
I can accept it.
Good. Know this. Anyone can touch Tel'aran'rhiod, but very few can truly enter it.
It is not part of the One Power, though I said I believe it is. I cannot channel, yet I dreamwalk as well as bear.
We will enter the dreamworld now. To do so is to take a risk. Death in the dreamworld means death here too.
I've always found that a really scary part of Tel'aran'rhiod. Yes, they do ask Egwene not to enter, but like, if you take physical damage in Tel'aran'rhiod, it can be reflected in your waking body. And I've always just like, especially when I was a little kid reading the series, I had this like fear of like having a dream where I fall and hit the ground and then my body like explodes in bed. That's not even related to the show. That's just commentary of my fears as a child. Moving on.
When the brass pin drops, you will hear it in the dream as well. It will bring you back if you lose yourself. Close your eyes.
Are we?
Yes, this is Tel'aran'rhiod.
It looks the same.
It is not the same. There are things here that could shatter your heart.
That could eat your heart.
How did this?
You were afraid, so you wanted armor. Uncontrolled thoughts are troublesome in the dream world. Control them.
When I fall asleep, I'm back in the kennels and fall.
That is your own dream, not Tel'aran'rhiod.
Aren't all dreams here?
No. Sometimes ordinary people stumble from their own dreams into Tel'aran'rhiod for a moment.
Wetlanders wonder why so many people die in their sleep.
That's scary. That means if you're having a nightmare and it will kill. Ah!
She can enter my dreams too.
You have power over your own dreams. If you want her out, just believe she's out.
If you want to be somewhere else, simply believe you are somewhere else. It is as simple as that.
Bear? Melaine? Hello? I didn't mean to...
That was cool. Yeah, some people can just touch the dream and they just appear as these quick things in the dream world. I like that. I also like Egwene went to the White Tower.
Bear?
Peekaboo, I just put them bookers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 corners like a Kobe game. Peekaboo.
Feels sometimes like they know I'm doing the peekaboo edit with how they introduce lanfear. Like I swear I didn't communicate that with them.
I'm so glad you're here.
You're right. She's being stalked by one of the Shadow Souls.
You are lucky to...
Nailed it. That's kind of the dream world in a T. I'm not loving the voice echo effect, though it seems like they kind of diminished it as it went on, so that's cool. And I'm very happy I get to do another peekaboo edit. And all of the Forsaken are masters of the dream world, for sure. So, yeah, she's lucky to be alive. I concur.
She's too eager. She takes too much, too fast.
Who are the Shadow Sword?
Wetlanders. Call them the Forsaken.
Adelia, said I.
Yes? Hello.
Oh, God. I just didn't recognize them. It's the Aes Sedai who lost their memories. Duh. I'm sorry.
Where you going?
Varian Sedai said.
Away. Now, or I'll strip your hide with my birch. Accept it or no. I haven't seen you outside your sister's watch since your injury. How are you?
Did she take the bait? Thank you.
Where has your sister gone off to? Do you imagine?
Don't tell.
Oh,
Don't tell.
there's always something that interests her clever mind. I'm trying to find her, but I don't know where she keeps sneaking off to.
13?
Depository.
Yes, yes.
And what did she want us to look at?
Black Asha. Black Asha.
The way that they actually planted that is devious. And yeah, that's White Tower politics. That kind of, that hurt. That hurt to watch. That was...
So, Tanchico is spread over 3 hills in Tanchico Bay. Most of the rich live on top of the hills.
Oh, yeah, that's fascinating.
But there isn't much stability to the wealth in Tanchico, so thievery is more common.
Enough. None of that will help us find the Black Archer.
Leandra will require certain things, no matter what city she travels
Oh,
to.
yeah. I bet your idea of travel is being carried around on a golden chair with children lining up to throw flowers
What's
at
your
your
plan,
feet.
then? Drink yourself into a stupor and ask for directions to the Black Archer in the old town?
Stop, both of you. We find Leandrin's family. We know her name, maybe she has relatives in the city.
You don't even know if Gorale is her real last name.
Oh, that's it. That is it. No more. Like, we have been down here for 2 weeks. I am going up to the deck.
No, Bat, we can't. We must stay in this room. That was the only thing we promised the sail mistress in exchange for passage to Tanchico.
That's only because she didn't want Nynaeve to throw herself overboard.
Is that an option?
We stay down here.
These like this scene isn't directly from the books because they get to Tanchico in a very different way. But these dynamics, spot on. And Nynaeve being seasick is a touch from the books that I'm conflicted on them including because it's funny, but also when I hear people sicking. Oh, they're on a seafolk boat.
It can't be right. We're sailing past Windbice's finger.
Oh, another geography lesson. That's brilliant.
I know seafolk breakers are fast, but to travel this far is impossible. Maybe I saw it wrong, maybe...
Exactly. So, let's get up into the deck and we'll figure it out.
No, Matt, we promised the sail mistress we'd stay. Matt!
Channel and pin him.
Help me up the stairs, please.
We had a deal, Aes Sedai.
I apologize, Matt.
You are of the mountains. You plant your feet too firmly, like you're rooted to the spot.
Can you please stay up here? I can't go back to that room.
You can stay on the deck if you wish. Sailor!
Yes, of course. Oh, me. Me, is that you?
Blood and ashes. Aren't you supposed to stay in your room?
Hey, I couldn't care. I couldn't give a toss. Just tell me this. Have you got a room on here? Can I stay with you instead of them?
No.
I like that Min and Matt are getting along. The Tench, do I want to get into this? I've talked about nudity a lot in this show, but the sea folk, when they're far from land, are typically topless. That's just, I'm just there. I'm just stating what it is. Robert Jordan liked titties being out. They didn't do it in the show. And honestly, I'm kind of glad because I don't want to have to do all of that censoring. So I appreciate it just for a totally selfish reason.
The reinforcements should be here tomorrow. And ready to march on the two rivers the day after. I'd like to get to the truth about Perenebara's whereabouts, if you'd let me.
No. Thirsty. Don't worry. Nobody's going to get hurt. I want you to tell me what you know about Perenebara. They say he's come back home.
I promise, sir. We haven't seen him. I barely even remember him.
Why did you do that?
Yo! Oh! They are bringing something in from the books. Yeah, remember how I said the Aes Sedai, the reason they're coming the two rivers in the books is because there's like a ton of people who could actually channel, and it's just such a remote village. No Aes Sedai's been there to recruit. Yeah, a lot of people in the two rivers are like really powerful channelers who just haven't been discovered or figured it out. Also, there is a conflict in the White Cloaks, like you're seeing here, and I really dig it. It's one of my favorite representations of morality within the books because it's true. There are people who want to be good guys, but they are very evil in the way that they do it. That's a real world thing. We know those people. It's the I'm right, and because I'm right, I can do whatever I want crowd. But there are also White Cloaks who just want to serve the light and want to do the best they can in kind of being a good person. And how these kind of war over the identity of the White Cloaks becomes a fascinating conflict.
One of you is a witch!
It was me.
This one's ready for your questions.
Oh, Jesus. That man is almost too good at being villainous. He did not say a word, and my skin was crawling.
Natty and the girls are in the camp. Bane, Chad, and I will sneak in.
And me.
No, not yet.
And me.
And her.
Loyal will stay here and ready the horses.
I have been told stealth is not my strongest suit.
The moon is full tonight. The sky is cloudless. I'll create cover.
No, you'll stay right here. Tail the girls if they need it, that's what we said.
I'll create cover.
It's bloody White Cloaks up there. Do you know what they'll do if they even sniff a hint of channeling?
I'll create cover.
I said no, Alana.
You don't make decisions for me.
We make decisions together. We used to, at least.
It hasn't felt like much of a we lately.
Really? You're gonna say that to me, the man who followed you up Turnip Mountain when you won't even tell me why we're here?
We're here because you're not enough! The last battle is coming. I swore when I took this ring that I'd be ready to win it. And you know what I realized when the Black Aja attacked? They're ready. And we're not. The Dragon Reborn, Nynaeve Almira, Egwene Elvire, the two strongest channelers we've ever seen. The Hornblower. They all come from this place.
Oh, there we go. Brought in.
The blood of Manetheren flows here. The blood of warriors.
I don't care about Emolins or dragons or the bloody last battle. The only thing I've ever cared about is Ithor. And you. That's what I fight for. So So if you want to throw your life away like you threw away Ivan's, do it. But I won't stand here and watch again. I'm going to give you something that matters. Something we should have done in the first place. I'm going to go find Leanne.
Whoa.
And I'm going to kill her.
Maxim!
Come with me.
You're gonna leave in the middle of the mission, bro?
There. I turned off the bond.
Yo, you're in the middle of a rescue mission.
Are you leaving? We haven't had a moment alone since Rydian.
The Wise Ones want me to sleep with them. To keep working together. I can stay.
No. Go.
You're sure?
Yosha is getting a lot more to do character-wise as Rand, and I'm really enjoying that. There's also something I want to say about those two and discuss, and I can't, and it's killing me. Ah!
I won't be at the last battle.
Wow.
And everything that we've done and everything that we've lost. It's all for nothing because I won't be there.
How can you be so sure?
Because in every future where I lived, Rand dies. And the only way he lives is if I don't.
I think we actually saw that in a trailer, so I'm not surprised actually that they're putting that in. I was just surprised that they were stating that so frankly in the show. And yeah, I'm not going to say anything further beyond that. Also, the fact that she kind of was startled when Lan was there was an interesting way to show us that she is masking their bond. It's a good way to show that, because usually, like, if a Aes Sedai's not masking their bond and a warder walks up, they will know they're right there. But if you're masking it, that's why she's like, oh, good way to show it.
Say something.
Do you die tonight?
What?
Did you see it in the rings? That you must die tonight?
No. No.
Good. Well, then you have tonight. To sit with your old friend. And have a drink.
Oh, lad.
Have you? Have you tried?
Usquai.
Saio. Usquai.
I have not.
You are in for a treat.
The show has done this a few times where it takes scenes that are implied to have happened. Like, there's some dialogue here that Land later on in the story is like, yeah, I knew I had this conversation, and the show is showing us, and it's doing a really good job of those implied scenes. Really interesting.
Did you hear that?
What?
Nothing. Nothing. No puking and the joyful absence of lectures on the politics and culture and famous hills of Tanchico. So, I can only assume that you're following me because you're obsessed with me. Am I right? Because the Amelin's obsessed with me?
No one's obsessed with you.
Well, I mean, you say that, and yet, here you are. Oh, lucky here. What is this?
Matt,
She's an artiste!
No,
She's an artiste! And I'm it! Wait. I mean, what's this? What is this?
My visions. I was trying to remember the details so that I could stop it.
Right. Right, well. It's lucky for us that your visions don't really come true, do they? I mean, I didn't kill Rand, did I? And I'm not going to kill... Oh. Probably not. Unless I have to go back to that cabin.
Please.
Because that's referencing something that's already happened in my, familiarity with the story, I'm now left kind of in tension, wondering how it's going to be woven in. And I'm kind of getting to have the non-book fan experience. It's unpredictable. I don't like it. I want to know what happens. I want to be the expert. I don't want something to surprise me. I love that. Okay. Yes. All of that, 100%. I love that they are showing the sea folk style of channeling being so physical, and the creative choice to make it look like the Northern Lights. Brilliant. Because yeah, the sea folk use these really thick, gargantuan, kind of clumsier than Aes Sedai training weaves to move their ships. Because what you need to learn as a channeler if you're living on the boat is very different style. And so yeah, they have these big, powerful blasts using thick weaves, and they don't kind of do that deft little stuff. Happy Daniel. The Northern Lights decision, that was beautiful and
simply inspired, Your Majesty.
In the tower, they say your channelers are so weak in the power they can never become full sisters.
Best to continue believing that when you disembark.
One nitpick is if someone's channeling that powerfully on a boat near you, you will feel it even if you're down in a cabin. And that's actually how Elaine figures it out. She feels someone channeling and is like, and like goes around and sees them. So just small minutia that leads to like a little bit of a but it's not a big deal.
Stop nitpicking, Didi.
I need you to promise me you won't tell your tower about our wind fighters.
I promise.
You won't.
Good. Now go pack your belongings. We'll be in Tenchiko soon.
That was really beautiful.
Where have you been? Thought you'd fallen overboard.
I bumped into a friend. This is Mint. Mint, this is Nynaeve and Elaine.
You were at the White Tower. Servant.
She's the Amelin spy, actually.
Not a very good one if everyone knows.
Feldara. The bar. You're the seer who told Rand he was the dragon.
I mean, she also told me that I kill Rand, so I guess in a way you're not good at any of your jobs.
Okay, let's go.
Land
You think you're coming with
ahoy.
us?
I've been to Tanchico. Can
I like the implication that with the Wheel of Time being in our far distant future, that the saying land ahoy has survived all that time.
let's go.
You think you're coming with us?
I've been to Tanchico. Can any of you say the same? And I happen to have some personal experience with Leandra and Sly.
Don't we all?
Can we trust her, Matt?
Yes.
Don't speak loudly, especially you, Princess. And don't flash your money around. You too, Matt. I'm not joking when I say this place is dangerous.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, I'll be on my best behavior.
Come on.
Little over the top representation of Tenchico's roughness. I got a little bit like Pirate Island there, but accurate. It is a rough place. And that body swinging, brutal.
Surprised to see me, sisters?
Elida Sedai.
Speak now. And tell me the name of every sister of the Black Aja.
We will never betray our oaths or our sisters. No matter how many times you ask.
I believe you.
I only know one other.
Her name?
I told the Amelin I would negotiate. If I can.
I am not like Swan Sanjay. This is not a negotiation. You will not leave this cell alive. All you will see is pain until you tell me her name.
Oh my god. Nice. Yeah, they're using Gray Man in this show. Let me read. I'm going to read the fine text. Never use the one power as a weapon except against dark friends or shadow spawn, or in the last extreme defense of her life, the life of the warder, or or another Aes Sedai. So yeah, they're dark friends. It's not a violation of the three oaths. Woo! I didn't expect something like that.
Gray Man, to silence Joy and Amico. There must still be a member of the Black Ajah in the tower.
You let me here.
Perhaps I misjudged you, sister.
You think?
I actually kind of like that Elida has the short-sighted approach to interrogation as well, which is like, I'm going to off this person and then hurt you until you tell me something, which that's not a way in interrogation to get true information. That's the way to get someone to say anything to try and get pain to stop. And Elida's the kind of short-sighted person, especially with things that happen later on, for that to be, their approach, just a hammer trying to get through as fast as they can. I agree. Don't you dare kill the poppers. Also, this is something that's totally book accurate. Aiel do have spears in their back, but I never realized how much they would interfere with you being able to hide until I just saw them crouch down with their spears sticking up. That's one of the things in the book. You don't think about that. But like, yeah, having a massive spear on your back with the blade there would be something difficult to deal with.
What is it, sir?
That last witch was just a plaything. And to learn how to catch a woman with real power, child buyer.
Aaron!
Look, we don't have much time. Be quiet and listen to our instructions. We'll get you out of it.
Aaron, what's happened to your eyes?
No. It's all right. They're friends. Where's your mother?
They took her that way.
Okay, go with them. They'll keep you safe. I'll get your mom.
Oh my god. Oh!
We need to go.
Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
Jesus. That's the wrong franchise. Move along.
You okay?
You did this. I thought you were a good man. I was!
Before you.
Man, everyone's taking heavy injuries. Jesus.
You need to stand up now. Come on.
Also, shouldn't there be a lot of guards? Oh, right, they're all pulled away for that. Ah, okay. That felt forced. Come on. She turned off the bond. How would he know? Oh, he leaves. He's not gonna leave. I don't like that conflict for this episode as much. Although I do enjoy seeing him kick ass. God damn it.
How did you find me?
You turned the bomb back on 5 hours ago.
Then how would he get there that fast? I have
you. I have you now.
None of them are in vital spots, I'll give it that. That is like a real misconception where, like, especially in certain fantasy series like Lord of the Rings, you see like an orc that's huge take one arrow and it's down and dead. No, arrows were more like wounding things, but if you take that many arrows over that long a span of time, that'll kill you in the long run. But I guess none of them were super vital. It looked like, at least. And if they get bandaging, I just kept counting them, having like a Boromir flashback, like bam, 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 bam.
On this place, I once thought that I had no control over my life. That other people's choices, the pattern, has way more control than I do.
Pattern is woven, Rand. Who do you think weaves it, if not us?
I saw you in Meridian before you released the Dark One, before you swore your oaths.
I'm not that person anymore.
You are? I see that woman in you. I saw her when I first met you back in Kari.
Wrong. Is that who you want me to be? Some docile innkeeper?
You weren't docile. You were driven and brave. You wanted the world to be a better place. You wanted people to have more than they had.
I still want that.
And more.
I want you, Rand. I love you. The dark parts and the light. I've fallen in love with this piece of you that wants to save the world. I've always loved the piece that knows you have to break.
She's the devil! I don't even think I need to inform you all on how much Rand is getting played like a harpsichord there. Yeah, obviously, it has been over 3,000 years since then, and Lanfear has been a willing participant in being one of the Forsaken for all that time.
I'm so glad you're here.
There's just a whole lot of this little gushy farm boy sure thinking he can fix her.
They have. And can you do that? Can you travel with me in the dream to meet someone?
I don't know. I might be able to.
There's a message I need to deliver.
It's dangerous in Tel'aran'rhiod. What?
It's funny, don't you think? You warning me about the dangers of dreams. I remember years ago when I did the same to you.
Interesting implications from this line. The entire Wheel of Time series takes place between 998 in E, which is New Era, to 1000 in E. Just 2 years. And Moraine saying at what's the equivalent of book 4 years to Egwene means they're trying to subtly kind of weave in that this is going to be in this turning of the wheel many more years for the whole journey to play out. And one, I think that's believable, but two, probably necessary due to like actors aging over the years. They're not even averaging 1 season a year, so it makes sense. That's a good way to kind of just subtly be like, this is gonna take longer.
Is there something you saw in Meridian?
Yes.
And it's worth the risk.
Yes. Yes.
Can't lie, 3 O's, you know it's true. This is setting up something I really enjoy, where Egwene has yet to realize to be taught by the wise ones. She needs to be loyal and dedicated to them and not the tower and all this other stuff. And that becomes a really core thing for Egwene's development about loyalties, power. And I won't get into where it goes, but it's one of my favorite arcs for her characters about all these people saying you need to be loyal to us. No, us. You need to figure out our ways, their way. And Egwene's resolution to that is fantastic.
This is Tel'aran'rhiod. This is your dream. It's safer here, I think.
Interesting. So they're using this as a way to let us know that Egwene's training has been happening in the background. I guess they've been here for a few days because that's something Egwene has to learn, which is how to enter someone else's dream, how to bring someone into your dream. You can do a lot of different stuff in Tel'aran'rhiod, and if you're in someone's dream, they have power over you. If you bring them into your dream, you have power over them. And then Tel'aran'rhiod's kind of like the world itself, and that's kind of a more even playing ground.
Moiraine, I've come to you this way because I have no time. Where are you? I've been through the rings of Rhuidean. You're in the Isle Waste. I have seen 1,000 futures. And I know two things to be true. If the White Tower does not bend the knee to Randall Thor, he will lose the last battle. And that's it. No. You don't get to do that. Not to me. What would you have done? In Cairhien, knowing what I knew, what would you have done? The same. Worse, perhaps. And why do you punish me? You think I don't punish myself? We each had a job. Mine was to find the dragon reborn. Yours was to prepare the tower to follow. Should have been you. Should have been you in the tower. You're strong, clever, ruthless. You wouldn't lose yourself to the seat. Make enemies too easily. I never would have won the seat in the first place. I wish we'd never gone to Katara study that day. What, just stolen a couple of horses and galloped away to Tyr for a life on the river? Yes. No, we broke what we had. Swan. Can't be mended, not in this life. I will find you in the next life. Again and again until we get it right. And I will wait for you. Every time. Every time. I love you.
It was a really sweet scene. And any scene in the Wheel of Time that focuses around the weight of responsibility, which is in one of the most felt feelings in all of Watt, I'm going to love. And I think that did a really, really good job of it, expressing it through their pressed upon relationship. The only thing that I kept thinking is like, is Egwene just outside? Oh, okay, never mind.
Nynaeve, are you here?
Is Perrin gonna be?
Can you hear me?
Is she in the Two Rivers? Oh, no, okay, it's Nynaeve, my bad.
Now listen. What do you hear?
Oh, she's in Nynaeve's dream.
Listen, you are never sleeping on the floor, ever again.
Aww.
I'm proud of you.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yes.
I just gotta say, this is something Dreamwalkers do in the book. Just go into other people's dreams. Huge invasion of privacy, in my opinion. Just always like, bro, what? I don't want my dreams shared. That's my space. I don't. But like, it's sweet. I like what this is doing. It's very sweet. It's just, while reading the books, I've always been like, that's fucked up. Especially with one Egwene eventually finds. And when she does, we'll talk about it. Hopper!
Hopper, stay down.
I love that he's biting the sparks. That's a bit preemptive. That's the forge you worked with your wife, dude. You've known her a week. Uh-oh. There it is. Oh, gnarly.
This is what the fuck is going on. Oh shit! Oh shit! Ah shit! No! That is not happening right now! Holy shit! Oh my god, this is... It's really not that funny.
I actually didn't see that coming somehow. I'm an idiot. That was a good ending. Probably, it's not a bad episode. My least favorite of the season, but it's been a good season, so that's not saying anything too critical. There's just a few moments for me here and there, writing-wise, but otherwise, yeah, that did a lot of good setup. Definitely a setup episode. Everyone can feel that going through this. I'm digging the Two Rivers bit a bit more. That's not just because I just saw Hopper and Perrin. It is not just because of that, and the Fael casting is spot on. It's not just that. Despite my issue with that kind of forced conflict there, I just love that small town versus the White Cloaks. Well, the White Cloaks are dealing with their issues, and the fact that that's being folded in, it's got me excited. The Tower has actually kind of crept its way up to be the plot line that I'm most interested in. The Swan, Elida, Black Aja stuff. I didn't expect that this season, but those are the scenes that have hooked me most. And then Elaine, Nynaeve, Matt, and Min, and Tenchiko. I'm curious what they're going to pull from, because they have the opportunity to pull from books 3, 4, and 5, if I remember correctly, for what they could bring in. So I, as like a Wheel of Time guy, am the least sure what's going to happen in the next few episodes than I've been throughout the entire series. Yosha getting a bunch of different little things to kind of make Rand more lovable and sweet and cute. Deeply enjoy that. I feel like Rand in the books often has to kind of present really strong, but there are these glimpses you get underneath where, especially as it goes on and he has to bear more and more weight of power, you see that still farm boy underneath, and they're making sure to put in those pinpricks to make sure you see that. Tel'aran'rhiod, really good representation. I feel like overall, there's a lot of like smaller rules that they were bringing in well. There's an angle to it where there are supposed to be continuity errors in Tel'aran'rhiod. Like if you go into a room, come out and come back in, things will be shifted if they are something that moves often in the waking world. And I didn't notice if they were doing that, but it'd be really cool if they do, because it's going to make some people go, what the hell? But people who know will be like, no, that stapler would move. And that ending note of seeing Lanfear and Rand in his dream, and Egwene now having a whole lot of drama to reveal to everyone in the next episode, which she's got to do. I like that hook. Though, invention for the show. My biggest concern is we know that Perrin can go into Tel'aran'rhiod. The show has established that. Wolf Brothers can enter the dream world. And I was expecting, with this being the Tel'aran'rhiod episode, they would be informing that and make that a thing as well. And I'm still concerned that that part of being a wolf brother hasn't been fleshed out. And I'm wondering if they're going to kind of cut it. And with them still not having Perrin even interact with Egwene in any kind of substantial way, while she is in his dream, makes me kind of concerned they might cut it, which would be a damn shame, because I need more of my boy Hopper. Yeah, we only have 3 episodes left. Ooh, where's it gonna go? How's it gonna end? There is different things from different books they could pull from to where this season's going to end up, and that is fascinating. This is like vague. We've established, everyone knows they went to Tyr before this in the books. I think they're going to then have this season shift to preparing in the next season going for Tyr. I think season 4 is going to be the Tyr step because they have to do Kalendor, and the ending of season 3 is going to be the big Aiel, let's call it conflict, and that's my lock. We're locking it in. Like and subscribe if you have not already. Hit the Patreon if you want to support what I do here, and have a good one, y'all. Peace.